Hi, welcome to Mrs. Park's Algebra 1 class. This is Chapter 3, Section 1, Graphing Linear Graphs. So this section has a very long lesson to it, so we're going to divide it into two parts. So today will be part 1. Okay, so why are we learning this? Recycling 1 ton of waste paper saves an average of 17 trees, 7,000 gallons of water, 3 barrels of oil, and about 3.3 cubic yards of landfill space. The relationship between the amount of paper recycled and the number of trees saved can be expressed with the equation y equals 17x, where y represents the number of trees and x represents the tons of paper recycled. Okay. So when we're dealing with linear equations and intercepts, a linear equation is an equation that forms a line when it is graphed. So you see the word line hidden in the word linear. So when you see the word linear, just look at the word line. So the linear equation is an equation that forms a line, okay, a straight line when it is graphed. Linear equations are often written in the form ax plus by equals c. This is called a standard form. Okay, standard form is ax plus c plus by equals c. Okay, in this equation, c is called a constant or a number. Ax and by are variable terms. Okay, so key concept here, all you need to do is standard form is ax plus by equals c. Okay, so here you have 3x plus 2y equals 5. Okay, that is a linear equation and written in standard form. So the a is 3, b is 2, and c is 5. Okay. Identify linear equations. Determine which equation is a linear equation. Write the equation in standard form. Okay, so if you can write it in ax plus by equals c form, then you know it's a linear equation. Okay, so y equals 4 minus 3x. Rewrite the equation so that it appears in standard form. So let's make sure this is that ax plus by equals c. In order to do that, I'm going to move this negative 3x by adding 3x on each side. So that got rid of it, canceled each other out, and I moved it to the left. Now you have, let's write the x first, 3x plus y equals 4. Okay, so yes, this is a linear equation because you have it in standard form, where a is 3, b is 1. Remember, if there's no number, it's imaginary 1, and c is 4. Because you have a is 3, b is 1, and c is 4. This is a linear equation. Okay, here's example B. 6x minus xy equals 4. Since the term xy has two variables, the equation cannot be written in standard form ax plus by equals c. Okay, there's only x and a y. Therefore, it is not a linear equation. Okay, so here's your turn, numbers 1a and 1b. So go ahead and pause the video and go do numbers 1a and 1b. Determine whether the equation is a linear equation. Write the equation in standard form. Standard form is ax plus by equals c. Okay, so go ahead and do 1a and 1b and come back when you're done. Okay, welcome back. We're going to move on. A linear equation can be represented on a coordinate graph. The x-coordinate of the point at which the graph of an equation crosses the x-axis is called an x-intercept. So when you have this equation here, or this graph here that represents a linear equation, and the point where it meets on the x and y, they have special names. So if it meets on the x, it's called the x-intercept. If it meets on the y-axis, it's called the y-intercept. Okay. The graph of a linear equation has at most one x-intercept and one y-intercept, unless it is the equation x equals 0 or y equals 0, in which case every number is an y-intercept or x-intercept respectively. Okay. So here is a standardized type of example. Find the x and y intercepts of the line graphed at the right. Okay, so x-intercept is where it meets on the x, so it's 20. And y-intercept is where it meets on the y, and that's 30. So x-intercept is 20. Okay, it's between these two, and y-intercept is 30. It's this one, so B must be your answer. Okay, here's your turn, number 2. Find the x and y intercepts of the graph. Okay, so a hint here, it only meets on the y, so it only has a y-intercept. Okay. All right, we're moving on to real world example 3. Find intercepts. Swimming pool. A swimming pool is being drained at a rate of 720 gallons per hour. The table shows the function relating the volume of water in a pool and the time in hours that the pool has been draining. Find the x and y intercepts of the graph of the function. Okay, so if you notice on the graph, let's look at this one. Let's look on the graph. The y-intercept is at a point where x is 0 and y is 30. The x-intercept is when x is 20 and y is 0. Okay, so when we're talking about y-intercept, x is 0. When we're talking about x-intercept, y is 0. Okay, so keep that in mind. So x-intercept is when y is 0. So here's when y is 0. So this is the x-intercept. So x-intercept is 14. Okay, y-intercept is when x is 0. And so here's your x-intercept. Okay, so don't get those two confused. X-intercept is when y is 0. Y-intercept is when x is 0. Okay. Part B, describe what the intercepts mean in a situation. Okay, so draining a pool. Okay, when the y-intercept is when time is at 0. So when it starts at time 0, before it started to drain, it was full at 10,000. Okay, 10,000 gallons. The x-intercept means when it's 14 hours, it is completely drained and there's no volume, so the pool is completely empty. It's completely drained. Okay. All right, so here's your turn number 3. So go ahead and do number 3. You need to find the x and y intercepts. So give me the x-intercept, give me the y-intercept, and describe what this means. Okay. Okay, so that is it for tonight's homework. We'll continue with part 2 for tomorrow's homework. Thanks for watching.